So guys, I'm gonna wear my hat like this because someone who wears his hat like this cannot be taken seriously, and I clearly have no idea how to trade. Anyway, I'm gonna give you guys my take on why I think the market rallied this week, where we stand with the coronavirus, and when I think this will all end. The first reason why I think the market did rally is it's just basically super oversold. The Dow was down 37% at one point on an intraday basis, and at some point in time, you just simply run out of sellers. And in order to make a market, prices need to come up a little bit at the very least to inspire some people to get out of the market. Also, when the market's oversold this much, a lot of hedge funds, a lot of people who've been standing on the sidelines will start stepping in, as well as a lot of short sellers are gonna definitely start covering and locking in their profit. So those are three quick reasons why the market may have come back up, just from sheer technicals. Now, beyond those basic oversold conditions, I think there's an even larger condition at play right now. The big time whales of this industry are oftentimes not your hedge funds or not your everyday money managers, but massive asset management firms like your Vanguards, like your BlackRocks, like your JP Morgan Wealth Management, all these people who have enormous amounts of money at their disposal. What ends up happening is a lot of these companies manage money for their clients, and they have a predetermined amount a lot of times set at the very beginning depending on their client's risk tolerance. A very common one is 50% stocks, 50% bond portfolio. For people very aggressive like myself, 75% stocks, 25% bonds, and then for the occasional degens, 100% stocks and another 50% stocks on margin. So, you know, those are different scenarios that these asset managers have to work with. And they rebalance on a quarterly basis, at least the asset management firm I used to work for. But this is the point I'm trying to make. There's a situation right now on aggregate, bonds have gone up. It's very complicated to say how much bonds have gone up, but let's just say it's like 6 or 7%. When some of this rebalancing probably started this week, stocks were down like 36, 37%. So what ends up happening is this is the last week of the quarter. This is the end of March, and this rebalancing will probably continue up until the 31st, so next Tuesday. So what these asset managing firms will do is they'll sell their bonds that have gone up in value, and they will buy the stocks that have gone down in value. Why do they do this? It's because if you had a portfolio that was 50% stocks and 50% bonds, well, it's probably very skewed now towards bonds. You now have a 60% bonds because bonds have been going up in value if you look at your total allocation of money, and you have stocks that are probably 40% or who knows, 37% in value. So what they do is they need to rebalance because they have agreements with their clients, their customers, saying that we will manage your money based on a 50% stock, 50% bond allocation. Bonds will need to get sold and stocks will need to get bought. These are the whales. These are the people that on aggregate have trillions of dollars under management. They need to probably rebalance. I think if I were to give my estimate, probably 800 billion to almost $1 trillion in assets of moving from bonds into stocks. That's what is taking place right now, and that's why this whole week there was a violent bear market rally. This is why oftentimes bear market rallies like this do occur. Basically, the people holding the really large sums of money have no choice but to buy. This is their agreement with their clients. In my opinion, that was one of the big reasons why you saw a lot of movement back into stocks. So what does that mean for you? Why am I mentioning this for you? The reason I'm mentioning this is based on everything I'm seeing with the coronavirus, the news is getting worse and worse and worse every day. It's spreading like wildfire. You might assume just looking at the stock market, everything's okay. You know, I know a lot of traders, they don't necessarily live in the real world. They don't deal with the same struggles and pains and economic uncertainty like a lot of other people do. I have friends who work in, the restaurant business. I have friends who own franchises. I have friends who have like a real estate empire. He's worried it could be on the verge of collapse over this. You know, after talking with several people, I don't think the economy is doing really that well. And I might, I'll talk a little bit more about how I'm adjusting my trades in a later on video. Don't assume we have an all clear just because the market ran up 13% this week. If you saw my Bitcoin video where I talked about Bitcoin versus the stocks, why I prefer the stock market, It's because these asset managers need to keep buying stocks. It's just basics of portfolio management theory. If you've ever had a course in college on portfolio management, this is what they talk about, constantly rebalancing your portfolio when things do change. A lot of the buying that you saw to really bid up the price of stocks was because of this rebalancing and because of what I mentioned earlier. We're having this ongoing battle right now in the market. It's down 2%, and that battle is going to play out over the next 1 hour and 15 minutes. And essentially, it's the people who are selling to not wanting to hold extra exposure over the weekend versus the pension funds that have to sell bonds and buy stocks to keep their bond to stock exposure the same. I'm gonna look like such a donkey if I'm wrong on this. Such a donkey. Oh, geez, I think I need to buy it and stop talking. Stop talking, just fucking buy it. There's a lot of buying pressure right now. Yeah, I'm at 400 shares. What I'm gonna do is I wanna protect as much of it as I can. 258, let's go for 258 strike. I really do think this is a bear market rally. April 1st. So that's right around the time where I think the extra buying pressure is going to be off the market. I just want to go ahead and sell 2 calls against it. I'll make $1,606 on these calls from selling them. Anyway, till next time, this was a quick video. Till next time, stay safe, stay sane, don't wear your hat like a donkey, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Just want all